So Nebius sits in a part of the AI market that I think a lot of investors underestimate. Everybody wants exposure to artificial intelligence. Most investors immediately look at Nvidia, some look at Microsoft, a few look at software companies building AI applications, but none of that works without infrastructure. And that's where Nebius comes into the picture. At its core, this is a company building AI compute infrastructure at a time when demand for compute remains one of the biggest bottlenecks in the entire industry. And that's what caught my attention, not the hype, but the economics, because every major AI company is trying to solve the same problem right now. How do we get more compute capacity? How do we train larger models? How do we serve AI workloads? And most importantly, how do we do it fast enough to keep up with the demand? Nebius is positioning itself to benefit from exactly that problem. The company has been aggressively expanding GPU capacity and AI cloud infrastructure, while many businesses are still struggling to secure enough compute resources. And if you've followed the AI space at all over the last 2 years, you know that's been one of the defining themes. Demand has consistently outpaced supply. And what I find particularly interesting is that Nebius isn't trying to build the next chat GPT, it's building the infrastructure that thousands of those AI applications may ultimately depend on. And that's a very different investment thesis. And one of the numbers that stands out to me is how aggressively management is scaling toward a business measured in billions of dollars of annualized revenue over time. It's super ambitious, but when you look at the amount of capital flowing into AI globally, it's not hard to understand why they're building so aggressively. And now there are definitely risks. The company is spending heavily for one, and profitability isn't the story today, and they're competing in a market that includes some very, very, very large players. But here's the way I think about it. The AI market doesn't need one winner. In fact, it's probably too large for there to be only one winner. And if AI adoption continues anywhere close to its current trajectory, demand for infrastructure could remain strong for years. That's ultimately the bull case for Nebius. Now, you're not betting on which AI model wins, you're betting on the continued growth of the entire AI ecosystem. And historically, supplying the infrastructure behind a boom can be a pretty good place to be. So, that's my take on Nebius, not financial advice whatsoever. I'm just some guy on YouTube who spends way too much time looking at stocks every day. But if you enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate you hitting the like button and subscribing if you want. Drop a ticker even in the comments if there's a company you'd like me to cover next. And again, this channel is super new, so every like, comment, and subscriber genuinely means a lot and won't be forgotten. So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.